Wicked Metal Reviews.
Alright, Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon. What about this game? It's...
I don't know, tell him.
Yeah, Soulja Boy, tell him. Alright, so I never played the, first, what?
Crazy Train.
Okay. Review starts now.
It's only up from here.
What are you doing to me? Shut up! Alright. Dark Moon. It's like... what do you call that? Spin-off of Super Mario. Mario being the main guy. Now you're playing as Luigi. I'm not sure how the first one goes, the other Luigi's Mansion, but this game, you start out, there's this dude who has this mansion, this professor that's annoying, because he keeps calling you all the time on your DS or something like that. But he has a big mansion, couple houses with a bunch of ghosts. Somehow they turn bad, and then he sends in Luigi to go through these houses room by room in these missions. Each of the 5 houses, mansion, you know, what do you call it? Each is different. There's a mansion, you know, there's a mine, you know, stuff like that, clock tower, different things, variation on that. And you go in, and each mission is something different. You go room to room to capture ghosts and find a key to a door or an arm to a clock to go to the next floor. And the final mission of each house place, you fight the boss, and you get part of the Dark Moon, which is this crystal-looking thing that I guess controls the ghosts. And each of them is divided up into these boss ghosts. Now, the game itself is... It starts off kind of slow to me. It's interesting, but it starts off a bit slow. I go into the house and I go into each of these rooms, I'm thinking, now, this is just okay to me. Because not everything is as interactive as I thought. And according to the game, hold on just a moment. It says that you can catch ghosts and uncover secrets using new gadgets, such as the Poltergeist 5000, the Dark Light device, and more. Now, so far, I'm on the 4th house. I didn't complete the entire game because I felt I had a good grip on pretty much what it is. I only got the Poltergeist 5000, which is this vacuum where you suck in the ghosts, and the Dark Light device, which shows invisible things. Let's just say that. And more. So far I haven't encountered any and more. I thought there would be a bunch of devices like a classic game, Ape Escape. Maybe not to that extent, but different devices that help you capture these ghosts or go places. And so far I'm not seeing the and more. And I'm on the 4th house, a good bit into the 4th house, and I'm not seeing the and more. I thought there would be a lot more gadgets, and I thought the game would be a lot more interactive. Certain things, if you try to suck them into the vacuum, they'll move around and stuff like that, but only certain things you can pick up with the vacuum, or you can always suck in the enemies and the ghosts and all that. Capturing the ghosts themselves, it's kind of fun. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like, oh, wow, video game experience, but it's just kind of routine as it gets to be throughout the game. You suck in the ghosts and you pull away from them, and the meter builds, and you press A to I guess get a bit of a power pull from the vacuum. You try to suck in these ghosts, and the better the ghosts are, the longer it takes. If you're trying to suck in a ghost in the vacuum, each second it takes off one of their things, one of their points, and some have 10, which is relatively easy, and then it goes up to 50, up to 100, etc. It gets pretty routine after a while, and it takes away from the game just a teeny bit, because I understand that Super Mario games have always been pretty routine. You find the fun in the routine, and this game, it is what it is. I feel like there isn't much of a variation once you are in one house. You know, each house or area differs from one another, but at least the first mansion, I feel like nothing is different in there. You know, they're each different rooms and, you know, the library, but I feel like, you know, once you're in there, it's not very cool, very fun. You know, you can collect the coins and stuff like that, which is, yeah, that's okay. You don't get health from that. You have to get health from the hearts and that you find around in the house. But overall, the game is just kind of, you know, I think for a person that would enjoy this game, it's probably very, very fun. But at least to me, it's a bit of just kind of, you know, once I've done one thing, I kind of feel like I know how the rest is going to be, and sometimes that doesn't take away from the game, but other times it's a bit demotivating to finish, you know, this level. And because I first got the game and I was going through the mansion, which was the first house, and I didn't even complete the mansion in the first night. I just kind of, you know, gingerly went about it whenever I felt like it, just because I couldn't sit there and play this game so much. That may just be on me, personally. But, overall, it's a pretty fun game. I know there are games out there with, you know, the objectives, and then the Easter egg games, and then the do-whatever games. To me, this is just it's a fun, decent game, and that's how I would generally describe it. I wouldn't say it's bad, I wouldn't say it sucks, I wouldn't say it's boring. It's just kind of a routine, go-about-it type of game. Nothing that's going to be Game of the Year. Definitely not, you know, to me, we already, you know, it's from last year, but it's nothing that I'm like, that I'm getting major enjoyment out of. It just feels routine. And I've been on a pretty nasty streak of the last few games that I've bought are kind of routine, it feels like. Maybe aside of one. But it's okay. Honestly, that's what it is to me. If you're looking for an okay game that you can play sometimes on the 3DS, and the graphics look pretty cool. I mean, they're generally pretty neat looking. I actually used the 3D for this game, and it didn't, you know, bother me like it did in Pokemon, when it just didn't feel like I needed it. I actually felt kind of like, oh, this is kind of neat. But, well, that's pretty much the game. You go around, you catch ghosts, go room to room, find a key, find a part of a clock, find part of this, part of that. That's it. I mean, you can look at the game and, you know, that's what it is. The fun comes of, you know, how much enjoyment you get in the game when you're playing it, you know, your personal stuff. But just to me, the game is pretty self-explanatory. You look at it, you go from room to room, you catch ghosts. It's not, you know, a thrill ride, but it gets the job done of being a decent game. I'm looking at the game now, and it says explore haunted mansions full of spooky specters and bone-chilling challenges. It's not scary in the least bit. Not that you think it would be. It doesn't have much of that creepy factor. Even in a silly game like a Luigi game, it just doesn't have that factor to it. It's just pretty decent, and that's what I can say about it. So I think it's definitely worth the $30, $35 you may pay for it. It's not a bad game, I think, but it could have been better. It could have just felt better. Things could have been more interactive. That's what I would have liked. You can't jump in the game, which I'm used to. Mario games, you can jump. You can't jump in the game, and there aren't enough gadgets, and small things like that just kind of hold me back a little bit. And there isn't too much pulling the game forward to perfection, so I'm just kind of caught right in the middle. And for a rating of this game,
I was going to ask you.
being a 3DS game, and so far
What are you doing tomorrow?
there haven't been many 3DS games that I think I need to play that I have exploded to me as being awesome
I don't know
games.
if I'll go because I wasn't there to practice.
I think as a 3DS
No,
game,
like, I'm not
I think
going
comparatively it deserves maybe a 8 and a fourth
So stoked for
out of
those
10,
games.
and that's just an overall score. Maybe I'll give it.
I'm excited for the Patriots game.
Yeah, me too. That's the one that's.
I feel like
Probably
Seahawks
seven
and
and a half,
49ers just going to be
something
low
like that.
scoring because they both have good
Yeah,
defense.
That's about it.
I really hope the Seahawks
Maybe
don't
check
do
it out. It's
No, fuck y'all. I'm
that's-
saying
stuff
Patriots.
to do.
I just cannot.
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
like Tom Brady. I don't like
But-
Bill Belichick.
Fuck
If
you,
like
he's American.
Going through missions, and short
Yeah, he
enough
cheats.
missions.
They'll spy on your
Did you
ass.
watch ESPN First Take the other
That's
day?
why Eagles fucking
You like
love
Mario.
Skip
Yeah.
Bayless and
So,
Stephen A.
that's
were
about
debating on their, because the question was